Well, hello there, Internet family. This is Lee, your cruise director, back with another episode of Tea with Lee. Before I go any further, as always, I have to remind you, you've heard me say it every single episode, all views and opinions expressed on this show are mine alone, and they in no way, shape or form represent those of Carnival Cruise Line. You know, those wonderful fun ship people that once upon a time used to employ me, and I hope will in the not too distant future, even though it has been a while. Carnival, I miss you. I really do. Call me. Okay, and now my melodrama is out of the way, I can get into what today's episode is all about. Now, today's episode is in really high demand. The people of the internet have spoken. They said, we want to see this person on the podcast. And by see, I mean here, because it's not a video production. You know what I'm saying. The people of the internet said they wanted this, and it's time to give it to them. In fact, a short backstory, confession time. 2020 was a really rubbish year for a lot of things. But one thing that happened that it didn't make it to the headlines. I recorded a full podcast episode with today's guest, and I accidentally deleted it. I know. I was new, I was just starting out, and I wiped the card anyway, yeah. So it didn't see the light of day. All of the amazing discussions that we had on that 2020 episode with today's special guest, it'll never be seen. It'll never be heard. It's gone forever. Another casualty of the horrible year that was 2020. Now, with that out of the way, I suppose I should make some sort of grand introduction, shouldn't I? Today's special guest is international. I know it's exotic. She comes from a far-off distant land. Where she comes from absolutely rocks. In fact, it's famous for its rock. A giant rock. Have you guessed it yet? The Rock of Gibraltar. Yes, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody who identifies anywhere in between those two, and all of the extra people that don't choose to identify, it is time to introduce my special guest. She is wonderful, she is delightful, she is effervescent, and she is my special guest for the day. It's lovely Chloe, the cruise director from the Carnival Splendor Down Under, and countless other Carnival ships. Let's give her a call. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You called at the right time because I'm actually drinking tea from my ratatouille mug.
You are drinking tea? That means that it's officially time for Tea with Lee.
Mad.
It's time for tea. It's time for tea with Lee. It's time for tea. Time for tea with Lee.
It's been a while since I've used that jingle. Thank you for giving me a reason to.
Yes, and you know what? I love Rowan so much. That jingle makes me so happy every time I hear it.
Now, Chloe, tell me, because I know we tried to do this once before. How much did you hate me? And I know you are sunshine, rainbows and butterflies, but how much did you hate me when I confessed that our episode had disappeared?
I hated you with the passion of 1,000 burning suns. How about that?
Oh, that's deep. Well, hopefully this episode, this long-awaited episode, it comes in some form of an apology. I'm so sorry. I'm glad, though. I'm so glad I deleted it, because it means we get to do this again, like right now.
This is true. This is like double the fun. Double trouble.
But so much has happened since we last spoke.
I don't even know what we talked about the last time. I can't remember.
Well, I think it was only 4 months. I think we'd only been in the pandemic, in the pause for a couple of months. You'd been off on the Splendor. You just made it home, and we were so enthusiastic and optimistic that this was going to be a temporary measure. And like a year down the line, we're still here.
Still here, drinking tea.
Yeah, I mean, at least we've got tea. So, Chloe, I've dived right in But I do realise maybe I've got some listeners tuning into the podcast that aren't familiar with you. While this episode was by popular demand of all of our friends down under in Australia, there may be friends out there that aren't familiar with you. So can I ask you to give me like a quick 2-minute intro on who is Chloe Loddo?
Oh my God, the pressure. Who is Chloe? Well, I'm from, like Lisa, I'm from the Rock of Gibraltar, born and raised. I moved away from Gibraltar when I was 18 to study. I moved to Manchester in the UK. I did a bachelor's degree in English literature and drama. So I got two degrees, one in each subject. I studied for 4 years, and then I joined the wonderful world of cruise ships. Before that, I was working as a journalist. That was a plan, to become a writer. Mum said I was going to be the next Lois Lane. I was like, surprise, Mum, I'm going to work on cruise ships. I was like, do you realise Lois Lane is not real, okay? She's not. She's not a real person. But, I still did a bit of writing here and there, just online and with the newspaper. So that's something I've always kept on the back burner. But yeah, aside from that, after being 10 years on ships, what else is about me? I love Disney. I love chocolate. I love wine.
Okay.
And solves all problems.
I love that. I think that's possibly one of the best introductions anyone has ever made. But I have to dig a little deeper with you. So, Chloe, I'm coming straight at you with some incredibly personal questions.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is real, like, Oprah level interview stuff that's coming at you right now.
Like Harry and Meghan personal, or we can do...
Yeah, well, you started speaking about Disney, and I thought princesses, and it's come straight out. So, Chloe, as a Disney fanatic, right?
Yes.
There's a debate. It's almost as controversial as pineapple on pizza. There are some people out there that think this is perfectly acceptable, and there are other people that don't agree.
Okay.
So, being honest, did you ever have a crush on a Disney character?
Absolutely, 1,000%, and I'm not afraid to admit it.
Okay, do you mind asking, can I guess, can I take it, was it Aladdin?
Yes, how did you know? You know me so well.
He's quite the heartthrob, apparently, and you do have some very Princess Jasmine vibes about you. I think...
You can stay forever, thanks.
You looked in the mirror and went, he's my prince.
The thing is, though, as well, when I went to Disney World, when I was, oh my gosh, the first time I went, I was maybe 10 years old, when I went to Orlando, and we did, like, the character breakfast. You know, when, like, you have breakfast and they all come around the table and you take photos and sign autographs and stuff.
Yeah.
And Aladdin came round for this character breakfast, and I was 10. He was so... I mean, like, he jumped straight out of the film. Like, it was the best Aladdin I've ever seen. And till this day, I've been back to Disney World, like, 5 times. Nobody ever beats that Aladdin when I was 10 years old. He was gorgeous.
Like,
I'm like, just take me on the magic carpet. Jasmine, who? I don't care.
Well, I'm so glad that you've got that experience as well, because there are people out there that fancy Aladdin that have never got to meet him. So you had that experience and you were 10. You make your heart throb.
But I mean, like, so many. Like, did you ever have a crush on a cartoon character?
I'm not sure. Probably. I think it was probably a toss-up between Princess Jasmine and Belle, if we're still in the Disney genre, which is probably... Geraldine's probably listened to this going mad, because they're both little brunette characters that... I mean, I should say Cinderella, shouldn't I? I mean, yes, Cinderella.
Yeah, that's the one.
But no.
Like Jessica Rabbit or something.
Oh, yeah, she was a bit ooh-la-la saucy, I think, for my very innocent little childhood. But I do have...
Saucy, I love that.
I've got a story about a Disney character, in fact, from Aladdin. The genie, I mean, incredible character in the animated movie, voiced by the late, great Robin Williams, legend. But we went to Disney, right? And my mum had a photograph with the genie, and the position of his pupils in his eyes for his of course very real face we're at a very unfortunate angle. And in this photograph with the genie, he is definitely, he's looking where he shouldn't be. He's not looking in my mum's eyes, okay? And we've got this photograph of a very pervy genie from Disneyland. It's a great little giggle for the family every time we break the photographs out.
That's on the fridge or something.
It's hilarious. But okay, so that was Disney. Then you said chocolate. What's your favourite chocolate?
Oh. Why do you ask me these questions?
There's got to be one. The one chocolate to rule them all.
I love Lord of the Rings reference. I like Lord of the Rings too. I can talk about chocolate. Galaxy, I think.
Controversial.
I love a Galaxy. But then I also love, if we're going to go really posh, like the Gillian chocolates, the little Ferrero Rochers,
You're getting carried away. I asked for one. You've just announced every confectionery brand on the planet.
But Gillian just melts in your mouth, and it's just like...
That's the little funky coloured shells, right? The like milk and white and dark chocolate all in one swirly shell.
In chocolate. Oh my God.
Okay, I don't feel like we're going to get very far with this next question if you were that torn on chocolate, but can you recommend a wine? Do you have a favourite wine?
Okay, I'm very good at recommending wine. Depends on my mood. If it's a nice summer's day and it's lunchtime, a nice Pinot Grigio, be nice, nice wine, or a lovely rosé, like on a nice hot summer's day. But if you're going to go out for dinner, and if I was going to the steakhouse on the ship, for instance, and I was having the lamb, oh my God, I miss the steakhouse. If I was having the lamb, I would go for that Cabernet Sauvignon. It's a California wine. What's it called?
Decoy?
That's the Badger, yes. Also, where does the phrase "that's the Badger" come from? I say that quite a lot. I don't know where it comes from.
I don't know. Who saw I wonder what the Badger actually looks like. The
Who
one
is
that
the
is.
Badger? Somebody Google it, find out.
Right. Now we've got that introduction out of the way, and we know you on a very personal level now after my questions. How on earth are you? It has been a very long time that you've been at home. How are you on a human level? Not like Chloe, the cruise director. How is Chloe?
How is Chloe? Do you know what? Chloe's good.
Yeah.
And you know, because for a lot of people, they've been at home for a year. I've actually not been at home for a year because I only got home in May because we were stuck on board.
Yes.
For 58 days. So this time last year, I was still on the Splendor. So I've been home for less than a year. When I first got back, I took the summer. Summer in Gibraltar is very long because it's very just hot from May, June.
Yeah.
So I took the summer. I just kind of relaxed, breathe. I took a breath, spent loads of time with family and friends. Because at the time in Gibraltar, the pandemic was. They'd come out of lockdown. It was very relaxed, so we didn't have many cases at all. It was looking really, really good in Gibraltar. Yeah. So life is kind of normal-ish. Mm-hmm. You had to wear masks and stuff, but we still went to the beach, socially distanced and all that stuff. So yeah, I spent a lot of time I don't know, I suppose getting all the bad kind of negative energy out of my system about what was happening. Just kind of took time to just breathe and spend time with the people that I love. But you know me, I can't relax for too long. So I started getting really antsy. So I'm like, husband's working, but, we've still got a mortgage and there's bills to pay. So I'm going to need to find something to keep me going.
Yeah.
So I went back to my newspaper that I used to work at before I joined ships, and they gave me my job back, which was really nice. So I started reporting, writing news stories, but I kind of felt a bit there's not really, aside from COVID-19 and Brexit. Yeah. So that's literally all there was to talk about. What else are we talking about? Oh my gosh. And you try to be creative, and I thought, I just kind of feel a bit stuck in what I was doing, and it wasn't very fulfilling. But what is fulfilling now? I know all these deep questions. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try something different. So I applied for a role at the bank in Gibraltar. And somehow I managed to get the job, which has been a really cool new experience. I've had no experience with banking before ever. And somehow I'm like a banking officer, which I'm actually really enjoying because it's new and, you know, it's different. It's really fast paced. It's really busy all the time because, you know, everyone needs bank accounts.
Yeah.
So there's around. And it's a very young team that I'm in. Like everyone's kind of like these early 30s. And it's a nice, young, vibrant team. So it's been really fun to try something new. And then I also got a job on the radio as a morning show presenter on the weekends, on Sundays. So I work 6 days a week. And at least with the radio, it gives me that same, not the same fulfillment as being on a ship, but like it's a similar feeling, you know, of being able to like talk and, you know, try and spread some positive, you know, energy and stuff, and still connect with people from the ship because people actually tune in, which is really fun.
Yeah.
To the show.
Absolutely. You made me giggle when you were like, well, what is fulfilling? So I went to work in the bank. That tickled me.
Do you know what? Like, it's such a crazy year, right? You've got to find stuff to do, and you've got to find stuff to keep yourself mentally engaged, and mentally occupied, right? And that's a big thing for me. I need to be engaged in something. So, I mean, banking was never what I wanted to do in life, but it's something completely different.
Yeah.
And it's keeping me, because I'm learning obviously all the time. It's keeping me going. It's keeping me like, okay, so what does this mean? Ooh, okay. So yeah, it's been really, really cool. So I'm good. It took a while to like kind of, you know, get all the negative, you know me, I'm a very positive person. So I'm just trying to not let it all just affect me. So it's gone. Oh, and I have some more exciting news.
Oh, you do? Can you say it? Can it be said on a podcast?
Yeah, I guess it can be said on a podcast. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on, people. I need some sort of hold on. Let me try and get some sort of news jingle. Because I feel like this needs a build up. Bear with me. In fact, I'll natter at you while we prepare your announcement.
Natter away.
I think as people, like cruise directors, we thrive on a challenge. When you were saying about like what is fulfilling, every single time we set out on a cruise, it's that thrill of like, will it be a success? How do I make this a success? How can I help these people have the best possible experience? And I didn't realize that we thrive on that challenge, that unknown entity, until you said about what is fulfilling and how I felt fulfilled and my roller coaster every single week. And I think we need that sense of challenge. So going to work in the bank was a big challenge.
Yeah, challenge. I think we need that sense of we're contributing and we're helping, you know, and I think we thrive on that, don't we? We need that in our life.
Most definitely. Okay, Chloe, we've got a podcast, a Tea with Lee podcast exclusive. I'm going to play the dramatic music and then it's over to you. Here we go. Reporting live for Tea with Lee, this is the wonderful Chloe Loddo in Gibraltar. Chloe, you have breaking news. What's happening?
Okay, so I was involved in a play back in Gibraltar.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so, but basically this play ended up being postponed because of restrictions. Mm-hmm. I did a play last year, but and it went through and it was great. It was outdoors, minimal audience, it was fine. This year, though, we've had a bit of a, you know, up and down with the pandemic. So we were doing another play and then it got postponed. So I was feeling a bit low about that, but it's okay because somehow they're doing a local horror film, and I've been cast in it as Caroline in this horror film. I'm so excited.
Hang on a second. You live the best life, folks. I'm going to be cards on the table. I am downright jealous of the life that this incredible lady leads. So you're a cruise director. We all stopped working. You went home. You're living your Lois Lane fantasy by working for the paper as a journalist. You present on the radio, which we'll talk about later because that's common ground. But I was just copying you. Basically, I've worked out I want to be Chloe when I grow up. You're working in the bank with like a real job, feeling all responsible. You're in a play, and now you're in a movie.
Well, it's like a local film, right? It's not going to be not like Hollywood or anything.
Don't play it down. You're in a movie.
It's something to look forward to, you know? And you know what's hilarious is that I hate horror films. I don't watch them because I'm a scaredy cat. I hate them.
Yeah.
If I watch a horror film, I know I'm going to think about it, and I'm never going to sleep. I have to sleep with the light on because I'm a scaredy cat. So I'm going to tell the director, because we're going to meet next week at some point. Like, you will get genuine screams of terror from me, because like, especially if like if the actors are giving me everything, like I am the biggest scaredy cat. Like, that will be genuine screams of terror. And I probably won't watch it back because I'm very squeamish, and I read the script and like, this is actually horrifying. Actually,
are you going to survive? Can you tell us? Oh, maybe you can't. I don't want to get you in trouble. Then again, the director probably isn't going to listen to my podcast. You're in it. Maybe he will. Don't spoil it. You can't tell us. If
I can't give any spoilers, it's gonna be really fun. I've never done film, and I've never ever done anything to do with horror. So it's gonna be another new challenge.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. It's gonna be. I'm gonna have to do a lot of running around and dragging myself across the floor and stuff. So that's gonna be fun.
So much fun. Incredible. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Well, folks, you heard it here first. That Tea with Lee exclusive, Chloe Loddo is going to be in a movie. Okay, Chloe, you brought me onto something really, really exciting that we both share, is the radio job that you do. I mean, I am a very small imitation of what you're achieving, but you inspired me to try and get in touch with my local radio station. So you're a presenter on Radio Gibraltar.
Yeah. It was cool because the role came out, and I just went for it. And I don't have any experience with radio. I have experience with talking, but zero with radio. And it was a really cool process, because there was like a phone interview, and then there was an audition, and then there was like a regular, like in-person interview. So it was quite a big process to go through before I got it. And actually, do you know what? I really loved the audition, because the audition felt, I don't know, it made me think creatively again, you know, like after so long being on board, and it kind of sped my brain into like, it's like if a flying entertainer gives you his script to learn like 5 minutes before you go on stage, and you're like, you want me to say what? And you have to learn it and then go.
Yeah. Oh.
Kind of like that, right? So you're looking at the script going, oh my God, what am I going to do? So that was really fun. So yeah, I did my radio training, and then how many shows have I done now? I've done like, I don't even know, I've lost count.
A lot.
I've done like 6 now, 7 shows, something like that. On Sunday mornings from 8 till 10. So that's really fun. My family always wake up, we set the alarm, and they listen, which is really cute. But I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it's fun. It's difficult. It's not easy being on radio. It sounds like it's something that's really simple, but there's an art to it. And I'm still learning, like 100% still learning. I'm nowhere near a pro. But it's been a really cool challenge for sure.
Yeah, I respect it so much, because there's such a pressure on the time constraint, and that's one of the big lessons that I'm taking away from my radio experience when we eventually get back to working on ships. That one of the big pressures that the office, all of our managers, managers of entertainment experience were putting on me was like, to cut the fluff is the term that they used. They think I'm too flowery with the way I explain things, or I talk too much. So they were always encouraging me to get to the point and cut the fluff. And working on the radio has really made me conscious about making a point, or saying exactly what I mean, getting the message across, and then moving on. So it's been good. I think there's transferable skills, definitely.
Yeah, and same with like announcements and stuff as well on the PA system. They want you to keep it like super short, and there's an art to doing a short link, and it's got to have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and you've got to keep it interesting, and it's got to have an impact. So it's kind of like our announcements, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
So be short. Yeah.
Absolutely. And one thing that I have we've had a lot of time to think, right? One thing that I was thinking about when I get back on the ships is that with my announcements, particularly on board, I was in the habit of being like the fifth night into a cruise and saying, coming up tonight in the show lounge, which is on this deck in the front of the ship, like it's the fifth night of the cruise. They know where that is. I can just say, and sorry, pause. They refers to all of our wonderful guests who I love dearly. I don't mean just like they know where it is. I love you all. But yeah, on the fifth night of the cruise, people know where the theatre is. So instead of being like on this deck.
Right? I mean, you'd think, fingers crossed, by that point.
Yeah. So you can just say, tonight's show is this, and it's at this time and this time. It's been the same every night.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's so true. Oh my gosh, yeah. Because we always say deck 5 at the front of the ship.
Yeah.
Or whatever ship you're on. Because if you're on a spirit class, you're on deck 2.
2. Yeah. Oh.
2. Yeah.
Great question, in fact. You just reminded me because you said spirit class. On my Facebook page, I asked people the age-old question.
Oh, Lord.
Big ship versus small ship.
Ooh.
As a cruise director, Chloe, do you have a preference on a bigger ship or a smaller ship? And it can be based on the job that you do, or, I don't know, something as trivial as like the cabin that you get as cruise director. But for you personally, and there's no right or wrong answer to this, would you prefer a big ship or a small ship?
I mean, I love I'm just gonna say it. My favorite class of ship is the spirit class, like 1,000%.
Don't hold back.
No, because don't get me wrong, I love all the classes of ships, but there's something, the spirit class ships are so different. I love that they're a bit bigger than the fantasy class, but with the same number of guests. And I do love the small ships because it feels, I don't know, because it's smaller.
Yeah.
And even getting around the crew, you get to know people a lot quicker.
Oh, absolutely.
All people, because it's smaller, and it's that feeling with the crew. I mean, with the guests, I feel like, whether it's a big or a small ship, it's, I get to know them anyway. But with the crew, especially if it's a smaller ship, you know way more of the crew, don't you? There's more of a yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
a camaraderie, a sense of community. I get that, and that's something that I've definitely mulled over when I was contemplating big or small ship. There's a sense of intimacy and like unity from a small ship that you just struggle to foster that same vibe, although we try to.
Hold on, sorry, we're going to pause because my doorbell went off.
Oh, someone's at the door.
Oh, guys, this is live. Cody, shush. The dog's barking.
By the way, Chloe's got the most adorable dog.
Shall I pop around? Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. No, don't worry. I'll come around in a bit. Okay, finger.
Who was it? Was it your auntie? I thought.
Who lives at me?
I thought it was going to be your auntie. It's okay. We can leave this in. We can cut it out. No, it's real. It's live. People can know that you're on a real person with a family and a doorbell and a dog. But yeah, on the smaller ships, I just think there's a sense of intimacy and community that you can't replicate when you get to like huge volumes of people. And that's not to put the big ships down, because I would love to be on a big ship because you get all of the bells and the whistles and the fancy stuff.
I mean, Marty was going to have a roller coaster, I love roller coasters. Are you kidding me? Listen, when the Mardi comes out, Lee, you and I are just going to go. I'm sure some of the guests can smuggle us in their suitcases, and we're going to go with them. I'm going to have the best freaking time.
Yeah.
All the food and all the cocktails, and I'm going to do all the things.
Chloe, I'm not going to lie. When they announced that it was coming out, in fact, it wasn't when they announced it was coming out. It was when Matt stepped away from the company and retired, and they announced that Mike Pack was taking over as cruise director on Mardi Gras, I messaged Mike and Hugo, the ED, and I was just like, would you be upset if I took a holiday on your ship? Like, I just want to come and play. I'm not even fussed about working. In fact, I'll probably have a better time if I'm a guest. Do you mind if I come?
No. Go together. Oh my God, it'll be the best time.
I think so, especially if, because the way that this industry is going to restart, there's been no secret that the plan is for it to be a phased-in approach. So if we're at the point where the world is open and the ships are sailing, and for some crazy reason, I'm not sure why, we wouldn't be the first people the company call. Like, Arnold Donald, sir, if you are listening to this, I don't know why you're not phoning Chloe and I first, like on the same call to say you two are the first cruise director back and we have to operate as like Siamese cruise directors. I don't care. But if we're not the first back, we should totally go and just take a cruise.
Oh my God, that would be so much fun. Like, legitimately though, just literally, I will be at the pool having my cocktails, having my rum punches, watching all the shows. Oh my God.
I mean, it's so funny to think about. I honestly, I haven't really considered taking a cruise in great detail, but as a cruise director who wasn't working on a ship, what would be like the most exciting thing you can think about doing? Like sitting there and being like, ha ha, I'm not at work.
Oh my gosh. So I went on a P&O cruise only because my husband was a dancer on it. So on I forget what ship I was on, the Conquest maybe, I don't know. I signed off and I flew and met the ship in Venice. I think it was Venice.
Yeah, beautiful port.
Venice, and then I did a back to back, so I was there for 2 weeks. It went from Venice to Genoa and then Genoa back to Venice. So I did the whole 2 weeks. And I just remember we left. What port were we leaving? Montenegro, Kotor, Montenegro. Yeah. We got back on board. Had a gorgeous day out. It was so nice, and it was like I think it was a fairly early sail away, maybe like 3:30 or something. So I was like, oh, let's go to the pool. It wasn't like the nicest day weather-wise. It was still warm, but just a bit cloudy. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go into the pool, have a cocktail, and what were they doing? A sail away party, and I was like, aha! I was in the pool. I don't have hands. I would dip and watch the hosts.
That's so funny. So your one thing when you're on a cruise, not as an employee, is not having to dance at the parties, just being able to watch.
Yeah, literally. Like, nighttime I'll be there, but daytime, I want to be in the pool. Come on now. It was so funny, so fun. And I also went to the captain celebration, loved it. English captain, that was cool.
Oh yeah, P&O, of course.
Yeah, English captain, sat front row centre for all the shows, obviously, because it was so much fun. It was weird. And you know what was even funnier? Mm-hmm. I remember on the first day or two, I was up on the Lido eating some food. And like you can tell who's a crew member, can't you? Just in life, right? You just know there's something that screams crew, isn't there?
I've got a story about this in a second, but yes, go on.
So I'm on the Lido getting food, and literally this really, really lovely waitress comes to me and she's like, the crew mess is downstairs. And I'm like, I don't work for you.
I've got to tell you.
I'm a guest.
Exactly the same. And in fact, Chloe, this is a weird like do moment. I think I sailed on the exact ship you're talking about because I took a cruise out of Venice on a P&O ship. It was the Oceana.
Yes!
We've both done it. I'll have to check with you when it was that he was on there, because my friend Grant, who now works in the Fun Squad for Carnival, in fact, Grant Bowden, he was a singer on that ship, and I went to visit him, and in the public areas, people would come over to me. I'd just be sat down, and other guests would be like, oh, so you one of the entertainers on board? And I'm like, no. I do work on ships. This is weird how you can tell that. But no, I'm just visiting a friend on this one. And then I felt like I was almost working even though I wasn't working.
it's weird, isn't it? Like, people just know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what it is. Also, well, I actually visited a ship that docked in Gibraltar. We had a friend who's a singer.
Yeah.
What line was it? Oh, it wasn't. It was one of the smaller lines. Oh, I can't remember. It was on a world cruise. I forget what line. I don't remember. But he was in port for the day, and he got us crew passes to go on and check out the ship. And I remember walking around and everyone just staring at like me and Chris.
Yeah. Just,
and then I realized it's because the average age was like 90 years old.
Oh, yes.
These people were like, I mean, it was the age demographic was a lot older. So they assume that all the younger humans that are walking around, I suppose, were bored.
All of the younger humans.
I don't know. But it was just, I'm like, do I have something on my face? What's going on? Why are you all staring at me? Oh, wait, everyone's like 90. I understand.
I'm trying to find on my phone. I've got my phone out, frantically scrolling through to find out what year it was when I was on that cruise.
Yes!
How weird would that be?
The cruise director, I forget his name. Oh, it's going to annoy me. But the cruise director was a mutual friend of James's.
How bizarre. It's a small world, isn't it?
It was their mutual friends, and apparently James kept asking him to like come over to Carnival. But I forget this guy's name. It's going to drive me nuts. I know he used to work at Butlins because a lot of the Fun Squad and CDs work at Butlins. I forget his name. It's going to drive me bananas. I'll have to ask Chris later. I'll message you. I'll let you know.
Oh, please do. Oh, I'm almost there because I was working for my first cruise line at the time. I think I must have been because that's where I'm at in my timeline of photographs. Let's have a look.
I think I went in 2017. That's my guess.
Okay. No, it was well before 2017 because I was working for Carnival in 2017. But that's so weird, and I've committed to finding it now. I think I was like way back in 2015, 14.
Yeah, no, that far back for me.
But Venice was incredible. In fact, I loved that entire itinerary because I'd never worked it. Oh no, I've missed it. I don't know when it was. I'll find out. We can talk about this when I'm not recording a podcast because I'm sure this is very... Oh, and I've just found it. It was 2015.
Ah, that's the year I became a cruise director. Look at that.
Really? Oh, can we talk about that? Because we just dived straight in. So, believe it or not, everybody listening, this wonderful cruise director in front of us, she started out as a very shy little girl, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I started when I was 22. Oh, God. Ugh.
Yeah, Chloe was super shy, and you wouldn't believe it now. She's fantastic. Radio broadcaster, cruise director, film star. But right now. Can you tell us about your journey becoming a cruise director and how you worked your way up? Yeah.
So when I started, I was a social host because that's what the Fun Squad would call it, was social host.
Uh-huh.
And I remember I started on the Carnival Imagination. And the day that I joined, they were super short-staffed. I remember there was literally me, one other host, the assistant cruise director, and the cruise director, and that was it.
Wow.
So I was thrown pretty much straight in. And I remember I became really good friends with one of the singers on board. Do you know Matt Siegel?
Yes, I love Matt. Love Matt.
Best friend at LMA on board. Love him dearly. Super ssweet guy. Amazing singer. Love him. And I remember he said to me one day, he was like, Chloe, like, when you first got on board, we were like a little bit worried because you were so quiet. But then you get on stage and it's like, oh, okay, she's fine. I'm like, yeah, I think, I was a lot shyer, I think, at opening up to people. I was the kind of person that would kind of sit down, assess the room, like see what the vibe is before I start opening up. Now I'm just like, hello.
Now you open the room.
But it's so funny, isn't it? Because I was always that way naturally. So I feel like I really grew up with Carnival. I think Carnival really forced me to really come out of my shell, and it didn't change me because I still am who I am. Yeah. I am what I am. I am who I am still, but
Yeah.
it just, I don't know, Carnival helped me develop more into who I am, I suppose. Yeah,
Yeah.
as a human.
I follow that. That makes sense. So you started out as a social host, thrown in at the deep end, and then how long did it take you to work your way up? So when did you start climbing the ladder?
So, did my first contract. So yeah, at the time, my husband was also working on ship. So a big thing for us was trying to stay together as a couple.
Of
Yeah,
course.
and we took a bit of a break in 2012 to get married and stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know, we took quite a big gap. I think we took not quite 6 months, but very close to that, like
That
margin.
cut off, yeah.
Yeah, like if we waiting longer to go back, like, we're gonna have to reapply. You know,
Yeah.
we're like, oh, that. So I think after we got married, and honeymooned, I think that's when I really started to think about kind of progressing further up. Mm-hmm. So 2012, we came back at the end of 2012 to the Carnival Triumph, which is now the Radiant. Oh my God, is it the Radiant? Yeah, it's
No,
Radiant.
no. Triumph is Sunrise.
Sunrise. I get so confused.
It's okay.
The Victory. Oh my gosh, I get so confused.
It's all right.
So it was so funny because then we joined the Triumph, and then literally 3 months in, fire on the Triumph.
Oh, yes.
Because I was on board for that.
With Jen?
Yeah, with Jen. Oh, yeah. Jen was the cruise director. So there for the fire. So obviously had to leave and then come back later. I was like, well, we'll keep progressing when I eventually come back after the fire. So that was 2013. Then 2014, when I worked with James Dunn on the Magic, I got a phone call halfway through my contract that said they wanted to promote me to assistant cruise director.
Yep.
So that was cool. So I moved, and they needed me like ASAP. So they moved me from the Magic to the Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll believe it. I wasn't there. Yeah, Fantasy.
Yeah. And I was an assistant cruise director. So that was really fun. I actually then got to work with John Heel, which was amazing. I had to be John Heel's ACD for a while.
What?
That was awesome.
Chloe Loddo. I was going to full name you. I was going to throw your middle name in as well, but I won't be that harsh with you at this point. You got to ACD for John Heel.
Yeah, that was really cool. And in Alaska, it was the bomb. It was the bomb.
You got to ACD for John Heel in Alaska.
Yeah. It was. I remember they flew me because they needed me because I took over for Calvin because Calvin had to go home for something. He had a family thing,
yeah,
and they needed for a couple of weeks.
So a hurdling competition.
I said, "Yeah, I'll go, absolutely." So they flew me into Juneau, Alaska, and I remember the time difference was the jet lag was so real. Like I woke up in the hotel at 1 a.m. going, "Where am I? What time is it?" I'm so confused. And I remember I joined the ship. And this was my very first interaction with John Heel. I get to I sign on, MSA, all that jazz, find my cabin, get to my cabin. The cabin phone rings, pick up the cabin phone, and there's an Italian speaking to me at the other end. Eccolo, I see you just signed on the ship, and it keeps going. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then slowly the voice changed and it's John Heel. And I'm like, oh my God. It was so funny.
Amazing.
He was like, Chloe, like, you must be like super shattered. Like, you just flew all the way from Gibraltar. He's like, sleep, take a nap. Like, I'm going to get Deanna, who was his personal assistant.
Yeah.
Before Jacinta. She's going to call you, like, we'll be up later, but you just chill out, you rest for now, like, you must be knackered. Don't worry, I'll call you later. And I was like, you're amazing. Thanks for that. So, yeah, and then I met up with him, and he we had a meeting, and it was cool because I got to do the fun times, because that was before a media manager, right? Yeah. So, like, fun times for John, which I was doing anyway before, so I was like, this is fine.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was really cool. I got to see his Welcome Aboard show, which was like the funniest Welcome Aboard show I've ever seen. Like, that was just iconic. It was ridiculous. His Love and Marriage show, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I mean, like, I just watched it with my jaw on the floor. So I learned a lot from Mr. John. And he asked me, he's like, you love Disney, don't you? And I said, yeah. He's like, can you do a Disney princess voice? And I was like, yeah, of course I can. He's like, would you mind calling my daughter and pretending to be like... So I did. I called Kai and I pretended to be a princess, and I took a photo of her on the other end of the line, and her face was all like lit up. I was like, oh, this is so cute.
Wow. How magical is that?
Experience. It was really cool. And he was very much, he was all about me going, you know, you're in Alaska, like, go out, enjoy it. Like, you know, we'll meet up at this time, go enjoy Alaska. It was awesome. Like, the coolest experience working with John. He's brilliant.
What a boss. I feel like such a terrible cruise director for any of my fun squad that are listening right now. They're probably like, John Heald give Chloe like the night to sleep and days off, and there's you calling us into meetings and trainings, Mason. I'm so sorry, guys.
It was so good. So then after I worked with John, I went to, oh God, I don't remember now, the Splendor, I think. And then it was on the Splendor that I got promoted to cruise director. So it was less than a year after I became an assistant, I got promoted to cruise director.
I mean,
back to the Imagination for my very first stint as a CD, which was my very first ship when I first joined. How cool is that?
Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful, like, full circle journey on that one to have started there and that be your first ship as cruise director. Incredible. Well, Chloe, you make me absolutely gush with envy. Like, if I didn't want to be Chloe when I grow up, at the start of this episode, now I definitely want to have been Chloe before I grew up and when I grow up. Which would be a weird statement, I suppose, if we weren't in 2021 and RuPaul Drag Race being a huge phenomenon. So before I let you go, Chloe, because I know that you are a big RuPaul fan, did you watch the UK Drag Race finale?
I did watch the UK Drag Race finale.
Okay, I'm not going to show you my cards. It was a controversial one for anyone that's watching. I don't want to spoil it, so we won't say names, right? But Chloe, how did you feel about the result?
You know what? I really loved all the queens in the final. I think they got the top 3 right.
Agreed.
Yeah. And it was so hard to, honestly, like, I was watching it going, it could be any of them. Like, it really could be, because they were all brilliant.
Yeah.
So I was really happy for the queen that won. Did I maybe want another queen to win? Maybe.
Yeah, I think we're of the same opinion.
Yeah.
But
they're all brilliant, though. Like, I mean, it's a personal preference, right, at the end of the day, but like, they're all brilliant. They're all, and I love the top 3. I was like, yes, this is great. And I'm happy for the queen that won. Yeah. But I won't say.
I had a similar chat with Gary Blair yesterday, and I completely forgot everything that is very obvious about Gary. So I was like, oh, Gary, did you see Drag Race? He was like, yes. And he just, looking back, hindsight's a great thing. He gave me a yes of, I know what you're about to say. And I was like, did you see it? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, I wasn't too sure. He's like, absolutely not. You're wrong.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that was a classic case of Lee opening his mouth before he engages his brain. Anyway, Chloe, I know your auntie came round. She knocked.
She needs help. She needs help sending an email. Bless her. She doesn't know how to. So I've got to go help her.
I'm glad you said sending an email. It's like, you know, my auntie is in the middle of an emergency, but I'm recording tea with Lee. So, auntie, I'll call you back in a moment if you're needing assistance. Okay, so you need help sending an email.
Yeah, she doesn't have things, so I need to go show her.
Okay.
And then walk. There's the dog's looking at me like, Mummy, let's go for a walk. Oh, he just looked at me. Oh, you're so cute. I'm coming. Yeah. Oh my God.
He can hear the W word. They know.
Wait, can I show you?
Of course you can. Show me the face.
How do I flip the camera? I'm so bad at this. Here we go. Look at.
I wish you could see this on the podcast, people. That was the most adorable. And this is the cold shoulder of, I heard you say walk, so we're going. Like, come on, I'm not going to look at you. I'm not turning around to face you. You're seeing the back of my head. I'll look over my shoulder because it's time to go. Stop talking to that English boy and let's leave. Folks,
Look at that. He's like, let's go, baby. Let's go. I mean, you're so demanding.
Okay, Chloe, I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for joining me for take 2 of Tea with Lee.
Having me. You are the best. How is your radio show going? I haven't even asked you.
My radio show is really fun. I'm loving it. It's a cruise itinerary show, so I talk about different ports of call all around the world, and I focus on one itinerary at a time. So far on the show, we've been to Russia and the Baltic cities, we've been to the Norwegian fjords, and most recently, we touched on the British Isles, but there are so many ports around the British Isles that I could only do a handful. So we did Dublin, Liverpool, Tobermory, Ullapool and Portsmouth, but there's so much to see and do. That really needs a part 2, but I need to take my listeners somewhere exotic like Hawaii or the Pacific Islands or somewhere, because I just feel like I'm teasing them. It's like listeners in Barrow-in-Furness, Cumbria, and all I've done is speak about like cold places that are known for incredible beauty, but maybe not sunshine. So I'm planning on taking my listeners to Hawaii soon.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
Chloe,
you have to let me know when you're on so I can have a listen.
I will indeed. But for now, I'm going to love you and leave you because that dog is just desperate to go for a walk. Chloe,
he's so desperate, bless him. All right, I'm coming. Okay, let's go. Come on, baby.
Lots of love to you. You have a great walk, okay?
You too. We'll talk soon.
Yes, indeed. Bye for now.
Bye.
Wow. I hope you enjoyed that little catch up with Chloe. She's such a gem. I hope you felt it. If you don't know who Chloe is, you can find her on Facebook. I'll put her social media links in the description to this video, as always. But that's it for another episode. Thank you so much for listening. And you know what I'm going to say. Until I see you next, stay up late, have fun, and make memories. As this episode plays out, don't forget to visit shiptees.com for your Lee, your cruise director merchandise, t-shirts, hoodies, flip-flops, beanie hats, tote bags, and drinking vessels. Shiptees.com. Thank you so much. I really, really do. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you choosing to listen to the podcast. More episodes to come. Stay safe, everyone.